What if I told you that this professional finished cargo trouser started from the basic trouser pattern we drafted in our previous tutorial? Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking things to the next level. In this tutorial, I will be walking you through the complete sewing process, from the cutting of fabric to assembling the pockets and achieving a neat finishing. Stay with me till the end, because you will learn every step you need to create a stunning cargo trouser from start to finish. My name is Bolaji and this is Regi School of Fashion. Guys, now it's time to construct our wide leg cargo trousers. And as you can see, I have my fabric cut out in pieces. So here is the front panel and this is the back panel. I cut out 2 pieces for the back panel and 2 pieces for the front panel. If you are here to watch the drafting part of this tutorial, kindly check the description area below for the link to the videos. So in constructing a wide leg cargo trousers, the first step is to attach the side pocket. So that is the pocket around the hip area. So I have my pieces cut out, as you can see, using the pattern we drafted in the previous tutorial. And these 2 pieces is for the front panel. I cut out 2 pieces for the front and 2 pieces for the back panel as well. So I'm going to pack the back panels aside, then start with the front panels. So now I will be working on the front panels, and the first step is to attach the side pockets. I have my pocket bags cut out. I cut out 2 pieces, one for the left hand side and one for the right hand side. The standard measurement for cutting out a pocket bag for the side pockets is 14 inches by 14 inches. So, but because I don't want my pocket to be too deep and too wide, I reduced this measurement to 13 inches by 13 inches. So, which means for the length I have 13 inches and for this I have 13 inches. While on fold is going to be 6.5 inches. For the standard measurement, which is 14 inches by 14 inches. By the time you fold your pocket bag, is going to give you 14 inches by 7 inches, and I have this side as the center. So in attaching my pocket bag, I will have to fold in the elastic allowance, and as you can see, I folded this inward and I gave it a press. So this is where the waist measurement started, and this is for the elastic allowance. So I'm going to open this up so that you can see the inside. So I have it here. So this point is going to be my pocket opening. This is where the pocket opening is starting from. So I'll place a notch on that point. Like so. Then I'll pick my pocket bag and attach it. So my pocket bag is not going to start exactly on the pocket opening point, because after attaching this and I want to finish this area, I will have to fold this inward, so that by the time I fold the edges inward, the edges of my pocket bag will not be showing inside my trousers. So for this reason, I'm going to take this upward by 1 inch. So which means from the pocket bag, I will measure 1 inch upward. So that is where I will be placing my pocket bag. Then I will take this. I will start attaching my pocket bag from the 1 inch point, and I will stop on the pocket opening point. The standard measurement for pocket opening is 7 inches, but in my case, I don't want to use up to 7 inches. I'm going to reduce this to 6 inches. So the measurement will start from the pocket opening point I marked earlier, not the 1 inch upward. So I will measure out my pocket opening. My pocket opening, which is going to be 6 inches. Then I will stitch from the 1 inch upward downward, and I will stop on the pocket opening point. After stitching, I'm going to top stitch and finish the side pocket neatly. So guys, now I have the side pocket constructed, as you can see. So this is for one leg and this is for the other leg. In case you don't know how to construct a trouser side pocket, I have series of videos on that. You can go through my channel for my video on how to sew a male native trousers. So I made a detailed tutorial on how to construct a side pocket. So the same process is applied to female trousers as well, and it's a very detailed step-by-step tutorial. So after constructing the pocket, the next step is to join the front and the back panels together. So in doing this, I'm going to pick one of the back panel and one of the front panel. So there's a piece that will match each other. So this is the front side of my back panel. So I'm going to pick one of my front panel and confirm if they will go together. So now I have the front and the back panel arranged together, as you can see. So this is the back panel and the front panel is the one with the pocket. So I will position this right side facing the right side. The right side of the front panel facing the right side of the back panel. And the first step is to make sure the notches matches properly. So this is the knee point. I will make sure the knee points align. I will make sure the crotch points align, and I will make sure the hip points align as well. So here is a crotch point. I'll bring the crotch point together. Then the hip point, I'll make sure the hip points align as well. Okay, so now I can go ahead and pin the remaining part of the side seam together. So guys, now I have the side seam pinned together, as you can see. The next step is to take this to my sewing machine, and I will be stitching with my seam allowance from the waistline downward to the hemline. So after stitching this, I will align the other pieces together. That is one of the back panel and one of the front panel, and I will arrange it the same way I did this, and I will stitch the piece as well. So guys, now I have the front and the back panels joined together, as you can see, and this is my side seam. So the next step is to attach my cargo pockets, which I've already constructed. If you don't know how to make this, you can watch my video on how to draft a cargo pocket pattern. Okay, so I have this and I have this for the flap, which I've cut out as well. So in attaching this, I'm going to get the midpoint in between the crotch line and the knee line. So here is a crotch line and the knee line. I'm going to get the midpoint, or you can measure 4 inches from the crotch point downward. 4 inches from the crotch point downward. So that is going to be the pocket opening. Then I'm going to place the opening of my pocket on the 4 inches point, and I'll make sure the center of my pocket falls on the side seam. So I will hold this like so, pin it down. Okay, then the lower part, I will make sure the center of the lower part also falls on the side seam, which is like this. Then I'm going to open up the upper part of my pocket, and I will be stitching on the lower part. I will open this apart and I will start stitching from the edges downward, and I'll follow the shape, the exact shape I have on my pocket, and I will stitch all around. So after stitching, I will have my cargo pocket like this. And for the side pleat, after stitching this all around, I'm not stitching on the pocket opening. Don't forget, this is the opening of the pocket, so I'm not stitching the upper part. I will just start stitching from here, all the edges all around, the lower part of the edges. So after stitching, I will press this side downward like so. Then I will close this down by 1 inch from the tip of the pocket downward to the 1-inch point, which is here. So after stitching, I will have it closed like this, and you can see the 3D effect of my pocket. I will have the lower part of my pocket standing like so, and the upper part will be flat.
Very nice. Yes, so good, very good. Man, sorry. Touch my leg. Keleshi, aka, kineko, yemi, boom.
Guys, now I have my cargo pocket attached to my trousers, as you can see, and I've closed the side of the opening of the pocket, and this is what I have. You can see I can put as many things as possible inside the pocket. You can see the 3D effects, you can see the side pleats, you can see everything is looking neat and perfect. So the next step is to attach the flap. So in attaching the flap, I will be measuring 0.5 inches upwards from the pocket opening point. So from here I will measure half of an inch upward. So here is the wrong side of my flap, and this is the right side. So I will be positioning this, the right side facing the right side, like so. I will make sure the center of my flap falls at the center of my side seam. It must fall exactly on the side seam. Okay guys, now I will take this to my sewing machine, and I will be stitching on half of an inch of seam allowance. So after stitching, I will flip it over like so. I will give it a press this way, and I will top stitch on the upper part. So guys, now I have both legs of my cargo trousers constructed completely, as you can see. So this is going to be for one leg, one of the front panel and one of the back panel, and this is also going to be for the other leg. So the next step is to join the two pieces together, and the arrangement is the right side facing the right side. So with this, the front side will fall on the front, while the back will fall on the back. So after aligning this way, I'm going to make sure the crotch points align properly, and the notch point I have on the waistline also align properly. Then I will pin the crotch area together from the waist point to the crotch point. So I have the front crotch pinned together, and I will repeat the same process on the back crotch. So I'm going to put this together as well and pin the crotches together. So now I have the back and the front crotches pinned together, as you can see. This is front and front, and this is back and back. So let's assume I've stitched this. I will be stitching from the waistline downward to the crotch point. So after stitching, I will open it up and apply a top stitch in order to secure the seam. So after stitching both sides, then I will open up my trousers like so. Then I will be joining the inseam together. I will stitch this from the crotch point downward to the hemline. So in doing this, I will make sure all the notches I have on each piece matches properly. I have another notch here. I'll make sure they both meet correctly. Okay, then I will hold the two crotch points together like so. Then I'll pin it. Then I can go ahead and pin the remaining parts of the inseam. So after pinning the inseam together like so, then I will be stitching from the hemline using the same allowance I added, which is 1 inch, and I will be stitching from one hemline across the crotch point, or I can start from the crotch point downwards to the hemline, pick it from the crotch point again, and stitch downward to the other hemline. So after stitching, then my trousers is 90% ready. So the only thing I will have left to do is to finish the waist area, which is the elastic housing. I will finish this, and I will finish the hemline as well. So I will hem the lower parts of my trousers. So guys, I will be doing all this off the camera, then I will be back to show you the final look of our wide leg cargo trousers. Guys, here is the final look of our wide leg cargo trousers. As you can see, this is completely finished. As you can see how neat and decent it looks, and this is looking very beautiful. Here is the side pocket. This is the waist area. You can see I've inserted the elastic rope, and what I have left is just to insert the rope. You can see the plate I was talking about when I was drafting the pattern. So this is the 1 inch elastic rope, and I have my cargo pockets properly inserted as well. So here is a flap, this is the pocket. You can see the 3D effect of the pockets. You can see the side pleats. So this pocket can contain as many things as possible as I want. So here is it, and this is the hemline. And this is the other side of my trousers. So guys, that will be all on this series, how to make a wide leg cargo trousers. Try yours and share your experience with me at the comment section. And in case you have any challenges, let me know at the comment section as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so now, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching this video once again, and I will see you in my next one. Till then, always do remember, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs.